Hello, happy Sunday evening, August the 27th, 2023, National Cinema Day. Let me know in the comment section, did you take advantage of $4 tickets at participating theaters today? I unfortunately did not have that opportunity, but I know a lot of people did, and I really look forward to hearing your comments on what you saw today in the theaters. Great price. I mean, $4 tickets to go see a movie of your choice is something we don't get a chance to do very often in the movie theaters, given prices these days. So great National Cinema Day. I know a lot of people had a chance to take advantage of that. A lot of great things going on in the box office. A lot of great stuff going on in the world of physical media and entertainment. On Friday, I did a live stream talking about Arrow Video's November 2023 releases, and I'm very much looking forward to that Barbarella 4K set coming out. Of course, there's a couple of other titles coming out, Tremors 2, that a lot of people are excited about, and a massive box set that I think some fans of that particular series will be very excited about. So, a lot of things going on in Arrow. Kino Lorber's putting out some awesome physical media content. My folks at Criterion are just continuing to do a great job putting out awesome releases, and I'm looking forward to the titles coming out in, well, I guess, the rest of this month, but September and October, and of course, November. So, a lot of great things going on in the world of physical media. Disney made a huge announcement about some TV shows, Disney Plus shows that are getting, I believe, 4K releases. So, physical media is getting some good love these days, and I am here for it. But there's one area of physical media that I don't talk about a lot on this channel, and that is the TV shows that I've collected. So I did want to take a few minutes here. I'm not going to be on this stream for long tonight. Just wanted to come on here and share the TV shows. I got some stacks over here and some stacks over here, and I'm just going to share my TV show physical media collection. I love a good binge watch. One of the things I like to do is with a TV series that's been out there for some time, maybe it's a TV series that's already completed its run. It had 4 or 5 seasons and it wrapped 3 or 4 years ago. That is a perfect time for me to jump into a series like that where I can just gobble it all up on demand when I want. I don't have to wait for next week to see the next episode. I can see what I want, when I want. I can binge watch those TV shows. Let me know in the comment section if you're a big binge watcher. I am, and that's how I love to consume TV show content. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite TV series that have come out in recent years, as well as a couple of nostalgic favorites of mine from my growing up years that I have in my collection as well. I've got all three formats represented, major formats, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. And we're going to dive into these. But before I dive into my collection, I'm going to dive into the comments to see who is out there tonight. We have out there tonight. We have a few folks. Let me get a sip of my peppermint tea here because I'm fumbling my words here. Hope that y'all have had a great weekend so far. It's been really hot here in Georgia, and hot, I think, everywhere, but it's been a heat wave, folks. Woo, just trying to stay cool. Adrian James. Now, I believe for you, Adrian, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, so happy that you're able to join. Hope you're doing well over there across the pond. Hello to you. Lance is saying, hey, what's up? I have sitcoms and a bunch of kid cartoons at my TV show that's my TV show collection. Nice. For my TV show collection, I own basically sitcoms and classic kids cartoons, as Lance is saying. I'm saying hello to everyone. Good Sunday evening. And we are starting now. Steve Moody says howdy or howdy. Howdy, I think you mean. Or howdy. That's right. Movie Collector Maniac. How are you doing? I have a video of my TV shows on Blu-ray and another of DVD ones, and they are two of my most watched videos, I believe. Cool. Mid-level media, Ken. What's up, James? What's up, Ken? Hope you're doing well. I know you've got a stream at 10:30 tonight that I'll probably be tuning in. Love your late Sunday night streams. Hope you're doing well out there. And I know you're gobbling up all this great news in the world of physical media. I know you're excited about those Arrow releases coming out in November. I'm definitely excited about Barbarella for sure. And I need to get Tremors, the first Tremors, on 4K. There were no copies available in the Barnes and Nobles in my area, so I'm going to have to just, order it and just go that route through Barnes and Noble. I live in Georgia as well, says Movie Collector Maniac. Wonderful. Yeah, a good number of us are Georgians here. Hello, didn't know if this was a premiere or of actually live. This is live and in living color. We are here. See, Ken says, I collected TV like crazy in the early days, DVD when there wasn't Netflix. Nowadays, it's movies mostly. Yeah, same here. I have not, I'm trying to think. I collected movie or TV series more a few years ago. In the last 2 to 3 years, it's been pretty much all movies with just a sprinkling of TV shows. What's up, Kenny Levels? Kenny Levels is in the house, as well as Adrian James and all these fine people. Movie Collector Maniac, my fellow Georgians here as well. I still haven't watched my Tremors 4K yet. Yeah, I definitely need to pick up Tremors on 4K for sure. Let's see. Ken is saying it was fun collecting the sitcom seasons as they came out. Shows like Roseanne, Friends, That 70s Show, Fresh Prince, and Seinfeld. Yeah, those are all good ones. Those are all great ones for sure. So let's go ahead and dive into these TV series. I'm not going to be on here long tonight. It is a Sunday night, and I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Of course, we got to hit the ground running hard. This is the week coming up before Labor Day week, the unofficial end of summer. So where should I start? Let me go ahead and start. Since I am in the Atlanta area, I've got to give homage to a TV series that is famously shot here in the Atlanta metropolitan area. And this is a TV series. Oh, where is a TV series that I started collecting a few years ago? On Black Friday, I would see a season of The Walking Dead on sale. I would go ahead and pick it up during, at a Best Buy Black Friday sale. And I've started watching the first season here. So I've watched like the first episode of this, and that's about it. The Walking Dead. It's a really good show. I love what I've seen so far this first episode. The way they set things up for the rest of the season, I can definitely see why people are into it. So I had the first season of The Walking Dead. I had the second season of Walking Dead. I had the first 4 seasons of Walking Dead. So you see here seasons 3 and 4 of The Walking Dead. I can see this being a big binge watch over a holiday, like over, say like over a Thanksgiving holiday or over a Christmas holiday. Just diving into a TV series and sinking your teeth into it. You don't have to worry about coming back the next week. Tune in next week for the next exciting and thrilling episode of. No, I don't want to do that. I want to watch it when I want to watch it. And that's why I love to collect a TV series after it has gone through its run, and I own it in my physical media library, and I can watch it on demand. If I want to sit down and watch 3 episodes at once, I can do that. If I want to watch just 1 episode, I can do that. If I want to watch an entire season over a weekend, I can do that. So that's what I love. So that's The Walking Dead. Another series that I'll share with you right here is one that I really enjoyed, that just blew my mind. This TV series has some of the best art direction of any television show you will ever see. The art direction and how NBC got away with some of the imagery in this TV series blows my mind. But this show has some of the best art direction that you will ever see, and it is the TV show Hannibal. So I have all 3 seasons of Hannibal. This show aired on NBC several years ago. You've got Mads Mikkelsen. This is season 1 here, who played Hannibal Lecter. Of course, this is a TV series based on the movie The Silence of the Lambs, based on the source work from Thomas Harris's novel about the goings-on of the life of Hannibal Lecter. This is season 1. This is season 2. and this is season 3. You got to love the cast of this show. You've got Mads Mikkelsen, you've got Hugh Dancy, you've got Lawrence Fishburne in here. Great cast. Absolutely stellar cast of this series. I tell you what, if you're a fan of the Silence of the Lambs, as I am, I was very happy with the treatment of the characters in this series. This is an example of a TV adaptation in a TV series of a movie that was based on a book, of course, where they did it very well. This series, Hannibal, was done so well. The way that they left it in season 3, come and get it. The way they left it in a way where they could continue it, or it could just be done right then and there. There was some speculation that somebody might pick it up and do a season 4, but at this point, I doubt that that's going to happen. But as a 3-season set, fantastic series, one of the best series that you can get into. All right. Next series, HBO does a great job with so many of the TV series that they put out. And I got to tell you, this particular TV series is one of the best. Well, the first season of this particular TV series, I think, is one of the single best seasons of television that has ever been done. I'm saying this hyperbolically, but I mean it. True Detective. Folks, you will be hard-pressed to find a season of television better than this. Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, True Detective, folks. This is the bomb diggity. This show is so good, is so absorbing, is so rich. This is a TV show that you can just dive and sink your teeth in. It's about detectives. They're solving a mystery. There's flashbacks going back and forth in time, complex characters, engaging, enriching story. It just pulls you in. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey absolutely deliver. They are first-rate, top-notch actors, and they bring it in True Detective this first season. Now, I have all 3 seasons of True Detective. The second season did not, in my mind, deliver as much. Okay. This season starred Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn, Rachel McAdams, and Taylor Kitsch. And look, they all tried. I like all of them. I think Vince Vaughn's great. I think Colin Farrell is great. I think Rachel McAdams is great in terms of their acting abilities. And I think they did the best they could, but they just didn't have much to work with here, and it just fell flat this second season. Third season, True Detective. I think this series recovered with Mahershala Ali. This third season of True Detective, I thought, delivered quite well. Nice bounce back from season 2, but it still doesn't quite come up to what season 1 was. But I would recommend, if you were interested in this series, definitely get this first season and consider getting the third season. Season 4 of True Detective, I hear, is going to star Jodie Foster, and I am very confident that that's going to be another good entry in this excellent TV series. So let me see who else is out there. Let's see, what comments do we have here? See, Kenny Levels is saying hello to Adrian. We have Adam saying, hi, James. Recently binged the show Centennial from the 70s for the first time. Amazing, epic show. I recommend. The show Centennial from the 70s. Okay. Centennial. I never heard of that one. I'll have to check that one out. That Tremors 4K is one of the best. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Barnes and Noble, and I'm just going to ask them to order it and just pay for it, and they'll have it. I want to make sure I do it before the sale ends on, I think, Thursday the 31st. So, but yeah, I definitely want to get Tremors 4K. I have a feeling that I'm not sure how much I would like Tremors 2, but I definitely want to get the first Tremors for sure. What irritates me is when they release seasons on Blu-ray and then quit and then just release DVDs. I have an example of that coming up in just a moment. Let's see here. For later seasons, yes, I'm with you. I have all 11 seasons of The Walking Dead. Excellent. Yeah, I had the first 4 seasons. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to binge watch them. And I'm going to, when I see season 5 out there for a good price, I'll pick it up. Season 6, so forth and so on. But I'm going to start binge watching that series one of these years. The good thing about collecting physical media is that, hey, whenever I decide to jump into it, I can jump into it. I don't have to worry about whether it'll still be on a streaming service. I can watch it when I want to watch it. I've never seen The Walking Dead. Yeah, I've just seen the first episode, and it's really good. It's really good. It's really cool, living here in the Atlanta area, seeing all of the familiar landmarks. Oh, that street and that street. Oh, okay. It's kind of cool seeing that. I really dig that. I need to get the Batman live action show from the 60s. That would be a cool one. I went to Sonoya, Georgia, where they filmed The Walking Dead. Nice. Hannibal is a great show. I have those. Yeah, it is. It's so good. I mean, Mads Mikkelsen is great. He is a fantastic Hannibal Lecter. I love his portrayal of Hannibal Lecter. I love Anthony Hopkins for his portrayal in The Silence of the Lambs, and I think in the second film that he appeared in, but most notably, The Silence of the Lambs, legendary. He won an Oscar for it. I think Mads Mikkelsen did a great job of embodying Hannibal Lecter. Just perfect. Lawrence Fishburne was really good in that. And Hugh Dancy, who played the disturbed detective or investigator, he's good as well. Very, very good. Johnny, what's up, cool kids? You're the cool kid. We are doing well. Adrian saying hello to Johnny. And Jason, a recent show I got on Blu-ray is Baywatch. It was extremely popular, and by the 90s, each episode was viewed by 1.1 billion people on average. 11 billion. There aren't 11 billion people on the planet yet. Across more than 142 countries. Cool. People saying hello to each other. Yeah, first season is definitely the best. I mean, of True Detective. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, True Detective is so good. I mean, I love the opening theme music. On point. So good. All right, folks. Here's another series for you. Stranger Things. I have this on season 1. This is the first. I've seen the first season of Stranger Things, and I've seen the first episode of season 2. This is, I think, the Target edition. Now, this looks like a VHS tape. I love the VHS aesthetic of this. Isn't this cool? But then, of course, you open it up, and it is it's a Blu-ray set. But I love this VHS aesthetic, which is, of course, indicative of the period, the period that Stranger Things takes place in the 80s. And another series that I believe it is shot in Atlanta. Now, I don't think they say it's based in Atlanta, but it's shot in Atlanta. So, Stranger Things, so good, so good. I'm going to share a couple of criterions. One I've seen, one I have not seen. This is Krzysztof Kieslowski's Decalogue. These are 10 episodes that appeared on Polish television, I believe in the 1980s. It is the 1980s, right? Yeah, in the 1980s, 1988. 10 episodes, and they're fantastic. I've seen all 10 of these. They are absolutely wonderful. This is a great set from Criterion. If you're into foreign cinema, if you're open to foreign cinema and you want to see, a TV series that has a nice cinematic flair to it, try the Decalogue. It's really, really good. From Krzysztof Kieslowski. It's from the late 1980s. Now, this one I have not seen yet, but it is Werner Fassbender's 8 Hours Don't Make a Day. This is a family series that appeared on television back in the 1970s. Yes, 72 to 73. I have not seen this yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's like 495 minutes. So, yeah. So I definitely want to check this out. If you've seen this, let me know in the comment section what you think about 8 Hours Don't Make a Day from Criterion. Spine number 946, Decalogue is spine number 837. So yeah, there's a couple of Criterion collection entries in the TV series world. So let's see what else people are saying here. I had the full series of 24. Now that's a series I've only seen like the first a few minutes of the first episode, but I know that was a very popular series, so I've got to dive into that at some point. If you're talking about HBO, you gotta go with the one that transformed televised drama, The Sopranos. I don't have The Sopranos, but I really look forward to diving into The Sopranos and binge watching that series one of these days. It's one of the all-time legendary shows of all time. Let's see. I only have 24, says Z's Gaming, on my Voodoo account, but would love a Blu-ray set. Nice. Jason, I'd love to get season 2 of White Lotus, but I don't think it's available on Blu-ray yet. Okay. Maybe someday. You got Deadwood. That's another good HBO series. I've heard great things about it, but I do not have Deadwood. I do not have Deadwood, but I've heard it's very good. And see, folks, that's the thing. There are just like movies, right? There are so many great shows that there's not enough time to watch all of them. So it's really a matter of just picking the shows that you want to dive into. Just choose this show, choose that show. There's no way you can see them all. I've heard about so many great ones, like Deadwood, like all these great shows, but there's just not enough time to watch all of them, unfortunately. Just like there's not enough time to watch all the great movies that are out there. It's sort of an embarrassment of riches, the options we have available to us in today's world. So I second what Johnny's watching about The Sopranos. Yeah, I gotta watch that one of these days. Tremors 2 is really good, James. Okay. Well, in addition to Barbarella on 4K, I might be adding Tremors 2 to the shopping cart for November for the Arrow sale. James, do you like Babylon 5? It's coming to Blu-ray later this year. I have never seen Babylon 5. I'll have to check that one out. James, Sopranos birthed the anti-hero TV show Breaking Bad, Mad Men, Dexter. Tony Soprano and the characters said more about the human beings in modern society, especially. That's cool. Speaking of binge watching, Breaking Bad, I binged watched that entire series, all five seasons of Breaking Bad. I watched over a Thanksgiving break, and it was some of the most epic watching of television ever. I think it was on Netflix. I streamed it. I still don't have it on physical media. I'm waiting for, I guess it's available on Blu-ray. I don't expect a 4K release of that anytime soon. So if there's a great deal on the Breaking Bad series on Blu-ray, I'll probably end up picking that up at some point. It's one of my absolute favorite TV shows of all time. It is just one of the best. And Dexter, I absolutely loved Dexter. I watched that I think I streamed it on one of those services, Netflix several years ago. I watched Dexter and absolutely loved it. It was so good. So Breaking Bad and Dexter, highly recommended. I have not seen Mad Men, but I've heard good things about that one too. I have Stranger Things season 1 and 2 on 4K. Yeah, Target exclusive. Cool. Yeah, my season 1 is on Blu-ray. I should have bought all of them when they were on clearance and sold them on eBay. Okay. Let's see. Stranger Things is not available in the UK, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, one of these days, maybe. We have John Platex too. I have never heard of 8 Hours Don't Make a Day. I need to check that out. Absolutely. 100%. I'm with you. I need to check it out too. I've heard good things about it. I need to check it out as well. And you are getting very close to a milestone, getting close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So everybody on this stream, if you haven't checked out John's channel, definitely check him out. He does great content over there with movies, music, and books. So check out Platex too. Hope you're doing well, John. I've got Battlestar Galactica, the original and the reimagined versions. Yeah, I've never gotten into Battlestar Galactica, but I've heard good things about that TV series. I have Dexter and Breaking Bad complete series on Blu-rays. Cool. Yeah, those are two good ones. Those are two of the best shows. You talk about two anti-heroes, Dexter and Walter White. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, let's get into some more TV shows here that I have in my collection. Someone mentioned, "Oh, I hate it when they start off in Blu-ray and then they do DVDs." You're talking about shows like The Americans. So yeah, The Americans complete season 1. Got this on Blu-ray. I finished this first season. I started watching the second. This is a really good series. It's about Russian secret agents, sleeper agents, who are in America and they have a family and they live, on Main Street, USA. They live a normal life in a normal neighborhood, but they're Russian spies. So it's a really, really good show. Season 1 came out on Blu-ray, but subsequent seasons have been available on DVD only. This is the second season, and I guess it's better than nothing, right? But yeah, it's here's your DVD set for season 2, and it's fine. I actually am okay with it, just given the aesthetic of the series. I'm actually kind of fine with it, to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with it. This is season 3. This is season 4. So I had the first 4 seasons of The Americans. I think it went to 5 or 6 seasons, so I haven't picked up the rest of the seasons, but I finished season 1. I need to finish the rest of these, and then I might consider getting the rest of the series. But it is an excellent, excellent series that I highly, highly recommend. I mean, it's just so good. It is so, so good. The way they build the tension and the suspense is really, really good. Are they going to be caught? Are they going to be discovered? There's a CIA agent who they're friends with who lives in the same neighborhood. Is he going to ever catch on to who they really are? I don't know. I guess I need to watch myself to see what ends up happening. All right, so let's see. Speaking of Breaking Bad, I do not have Breaking Bad on physical media, but I do have the spinoff series to Breaking Bad that is absolutely amazing, critically acclaimed, Better Call Saul. So I've seen the first, I want to say 3 to 4 seasons. I have this on Blu-ray, Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk. So good. This TV series is so good. There's a strong argument to be made that it's better than Breaking Bad. I won't push that argument too far, but it is so, so good. It is right up there with Breaking Bad. Season 2, Better Call Saul. Bob Odenkirk is the man in this series, folks. He is the man. Better Call Saul. Seeing the evolution of Saul Goodman in this series is so good, man. Season 4, Better Call Saul. Check out the pictures and the art on the back of these, man. Isn't that cool? It's just crazy. So I have not finished season 5, and I have not seen season 6 yet. So this is going to be a great binge watch for me. And what I'll probably think about doing is like literally starting all over, because it's been a couple of years since I've seen the first 3 to 4 seasons. So I think I'll just like watch the whole thing and then get myself caught up with the rest of season 4, 5, and 6, and just see how the series wrapped up. It's one of the most epic series of all time, and I just love it. I cannot recommend it enough. All right. Next series here. We talked about Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal being a great movie, and then seeing a TV show based off of those characters. Similar thing with Psycho and Bates Motel. Bates Motel did a great job when you have, what's his name? Freddie Highmore and Vera Farmiga. They do an amazing job as Norman and Norma Bates in this series. I love Bates Motel. It's so good. It is one of my all-time favorite television shows. It's 5 seasons. You have season 1 here. I have season 2, season 3 of Bates Motel, season 4, and season 5. So good. Look at that cover. Look at that cover. I think, if you're familiar with Psycho, you kind of have an idea of where things are going, based upon, your knowledge of the movie Psycho. But the good thing about Bates Motel is, even though you have an idea of where things are going, what they do with Bates Motel is they take things in slightly different directions than you would expect based upon what you saw in the movie. And I appreciate that. They give you a sort of a different spin, slightly different spin on Norman Bates, on the story, what happens. But this is a great prequel series to the movie. So when you see the movie, you see Norman Bates and you see what happens in that film. What this TV series does is it gives you a little bit of backstory about what led to him, what led to the man that we see in the movie Psycho. And I think they do a great job of this series. I cannot say enough good things about Bates Motel, how good a job they did with this series. It's so good. It's 5 seasons. It played on AMC. Moody, twisty, creepy, and gloriously insane. Norman Bates he's insane. He's certifiable, folks. And this TV series gives you a little bit of backstory and helps you kind of understand who is Norman Bates, So I really, really enjoyed that. All right, got a few more things here. I only have 1 season of this, but Ash versus Evil Dead. I've only seen the first episode of it. What do y'all think of this TV series? How many seasons of that have there been? I don't even know. I don't even know. Let's see here. Also, if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend The Wire. Oh, see, that's another example, another great series I have not seen. I think it aired on HBO. One of these days, I hope to have a chance to watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Heard it's absolutely fantastic. Idris Elba played in that, didn't he? Yeah. John saying, thanks for the kind words. Yes, absolutely. Thanks for all that you do in the community, John. 100%. See, Johnny watching The Wire is great, and I haven't finished watching it. I need to finish it. Yeah, I need to start. I need to start watching it. Without Tony Soprano, there is no Walter White. Vince Gilligan, creator of Breaking Bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, Tony Soprano. It's interesting the influences that these TV shows have on other TV shows and the influences that they've gotten from movies. Everything kind of influences everything else. There's nothing that's truly entirely unique. Everything borrows from something from the past, and there's really nothing wrong with that as long as creators put their own artistic spin on it. James, is there a show you weren't allowed to watch as a kid that you watched behind your parents' back? I can't really say that there was, to be honest with you. I can't really say there was. I don't think I watched any shows behind their back. There wasn't really anything that I could think of that I wanted to watch that they wouldn't have approved of. I wish I could say there was, but I don't think there was. How about you? Did you watch any shows behind your parents' back that they didn't want you to watch? Let's see. Orange is the New Black. It's another good one. First 5 seasons on Blu-ray, and then season 7 just on DVD. Wow. Okay. First 6 seasons on Blu-ray, and then season 7 just on DVD. Now that's awful. Oh, you gotta hate that. See, never watched The Americans. Yeah, The Americans is a really good show. I can definitely recommend this show. I can recommend pretty much all these shows that I've seen. I mean, they're all really, really good. Base Motel, another good one, 100%. It's so good. Vera Farmiga and Freddie Highmore, double thumbs up. Double thumbs up. They are both fantastic performers and they nail those characters so well. And that's something I appreciate. Being a fan of Alfred Hitchcock, loving Psycho, I'm of the mindset that okay, if you're going to do a TV show based off of Norman Bates and you're going to do this Bates Motel, either do it right. I mean, either nail it or leave it alone. They nailed it. And I'm so happy with what they did with it. I love the fact that they had Rihanna come in and play a certain key character in this TV series towards the second half of the series. And I love the way they treated the character. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's an example of where they go in a different direction. And I really like what they did. It was fantastic. I was always hesitant to watch Bates Motel because of the love I have for Psycho and was afraid they wouldn't tarnish this film's legacy. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about, right? Is I think they did a good job of honoring the film, similar to what Hannibal did honoring Silence of the Lambs. I love it when they do it right. When they do it right, so good, so good. Hey, James, I see a lot of Fox shows in your collection. Any thoughts on the Fargo TV series? Definitely in my top 5. A very underrated and often overlooked show, in my opinion. Okay. See, that's another example. I have not seen Fargo. So I may have to check that one out because I love Fargo, the movie. Love that movie. Ash versus Evil Dead is a good one. Good. There are 3 seasons. Okay. Yeah, I had the first season. After I finish watching the first season, if I dig it, I might get into the second and third. But it could also just be a case of, hey, you got the first season. I enjoyed that. And that might be enough. And that could be the case for Ash versus Evil Dead. Just because of the fact that there's so many other movies out there I want to see, there's other TV shows I want to see. I have to kind of, it's about how do you divvy up your time. Let's see, 3 seasons, all are great. All right, I think there are 3. Yes, so yes, 3 seasons of Ash versus Evil Dead. All right, what else do we have here? I'm down to the last few. Going back to our wonderful friends at HBO. What would we do without HBO? I don't know. What would we do? What would you do? Westworld, season 1, The Maze. What a show. What a show. I love this tin container here. And it's got like all the content in this tin release here, which is nice as I hit my microphone with the tin. But yeah, so you have this little stapled insert here. Jeffrey Wright there. Cool. Really, really nice. And Anthony Hopkins, which is really cool. But I have season 1, The Maze. I think I have all the seasons. This is season 2, The Door. So I have this on 4K. I have this on 4K. Yeah, interestingly enough, Westworld is the only TV series. I just realized this just now. Just now I realized this. That Westworld, I think, is the only TV series that I have multiple seasons of that's all in 4K. So Westworld, I have all on 4K. And season 4, The Choice. So I've only seen the first season. I've seen parts of season 2, but this will be a great binge watch. I know that season 2 is not as acclaimed. I don't know what the feeling is on seasons 3 or 4, but yeah, I've got the 4 seasons of Westworld right here. Are there more seasons or is it just the 4 seasons? Let me know the 4 seasons. Is it just 4 seasons of Westworld? Let me know in the comments. And then let me share with you a little nostalgia. TV shows that I enjoyed watching as a kid. These are shows that I saw in syndication. Of course, I wasn't around for their initial runs, but I enjoyed seeing these shows on syndication. Lucille Ball. Oh, Desi Arnaz, Vivian Vance. One of the all-time great shows. I Love Lucy season 1. Had this on Blu-ray. They released these. Paramount put these out. Put the first 2 seasons out on Blu-ray. I was through the moon excited about these. So I had the first 2 seasons, but then they just stopped. They've only released these first 2 seasons on Blu-ray. And to be completely honest, I'm disappointed they didn't put out more of the seasons, but I'm kind of okay with it because I'm not the kind of collector that I don't have to complete everything necessarily. I'm sort of content with, okay, I got the first 2 seasons of I Love Lucy. I love this series. I don't have to have the entire series. If I had the first 2 seasons, I'm good with that. But for whatever reason, it could be that the sales just weren't there. Maybe just from a business standpoint, hey, it's not selling well. We're not going to put out a season 3. I have to think that's probably what happened. There was a listing on Blu-ray.com, but it never got a release date. It just has never come out. But these first 2 seasons are on Blu-ray and they are wonderful. And one of the things I love about it is you get to see the commercials that actually came out during that time. Of course, smoking was a pretty big thing at that time, and particularly advertising that those companies were doing at that time. They were advertising on TV, which they're not allowed to do anymore, I think, as a settlement of that lawsuit from many years ago. But you can see those original commercials if you have an option to see those original commercials and see the broadcast as it actually aired back in the 1950s, which is totally cool. I think that's absolutely cool. These are great shows. I Love Lucy is one of the all-time great TV programs, as well as a TV program that was inspired by a criterion I have not picked up yet called I Married a Witch. Apparently, that film inspired one of my favorite all-time TV shows called Bewitched, starring Elizabeth Montgomery. And of course, the 2 Darrens, Dick York and Dick Sargent. And to me, the series Bewitched exemplified that. To me, it's a great example that no matter what, you can always recast a character, and there's no greater example than Dick York and Dick Sargent. They were able to, when Dick York had to step down as Darren due to, I think, some health issues, maybe his back or something. They hired Dick Sargent to come in, and I like both of the Darrens. Now I prefer Dick York a little bit over Dick Sargent, but I think they're both great Darrens. Of course, there's only one Endora, Agnes Moorehead, who also played the mother in Citizen Kane. She played in a number of Orson Welles' movies. Great actress, Agnes Moorehead. She plays Endora, who is the mother of Elizabeth Montgomery's character, Samantha. So this is a great TV show. I had this on DVD. This is a DVD series, folks, and I totally dig it. It's a DVD set. This is Dick Sargent. You got Elizabeth Montgomery here. Anyway, I'm doing a horrible job of humming the theme, but yeah, you have Larry Tate here. Love his character. Darren worked for an advertising agency, and his boss was Larry Tate. And whenever Larry Tate would entertain the clients on the golf course, he would always let the clients win. You always want to let the clients win, So I love this. I love this show. This show is so good. It's so nostalgic. I got it on DVD. I have no expectation whatsoever it will ever come out on Blu-ray. I would be shocked if it did. I'm just happy to have this on DVD. So great series. It's the entire series of Bewitched. And I've got one TV show left. But before I get to it, I am going to go back to these wonderful comments here. Then I'll go to my last TV show and we'll wrap it up. Let's see. See, FX on FX. Idris was a Stinger Bell. Okay, cool. See, John says Bates Motel is such a gripping show. I was hooked from episode 1. Yeah, me too. So good. So good. They did a great job. 80s made consumer said Fargo series is great. That's good to know. See, yeah, Fargo series is pretty good. See, I have Westworld 4K, all 4 seasons. Still haven't watched the last season. Yeah. Yeah, I've watched the first season, the first episode of season 2. I need to watch the rest. That's the good thing about owning the physical media. I can watch it and binge it whenever I want. That's what I plan to do. Love Westworld first season. Still need to watch the rest. That's where I'm at, basically. Speaking of Jeffrey Wright, Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, you know what? I need to watch that one too, So many great shows out there. Just got the first season of Westworld on Blu-ray. Cool. That's cool, Adrian. See, Boardwalk Empire. See, watching Boardwalk Empire is good. I have all those on Blu-ray. Cool. Only 4, then they canceled. Was supposed to be 5 seasons of Westworld. Oh, okay. Cool. Great show. I have 1 on DVD and 1 on Blu-ray. Bewitched is one of my all-time favorite shows, says John. So good. Yeah, I agree. It's so good. So much fun. The great characters in Dora, Uncle Arthur. I just love everything. Gladys Kravitz. I mean, just the nosy neighbors. It's terrific. Tabitha, everything. I remember watching Bewitched on TBS growing up. Yeah, so good. James, are you a fan of Sanford and Son? You know it. Sanford and Son, Good Times, The Jeffersons, Three's Company. Love those shows. They're all great, great shows. Yeah, most older shows, you're lucky to just get them on DVDs. Yeah, 100%. And to be honest, I don't have to own all of those. If I can just catch them on a stream service or just see them on broadcast television somewhere on one of these networks, I'm fine with that. I don't have to own all of them. I like I Dream of Jeannie as well. Really, really good. The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Yeah, 100%. So I think I got one more show to go. This is the last one, I think. And it is what, in my opinion, probably the greatest show of all time. Greatest TV show of all time. 8 seasons. The first 5 seasons, I felt like this, went like this. Woo! Kept getting better and better. Season 6 kind of plateaued. Okay, so after season 5, it kind of did this with season 6. Still great, amazing. Season 7, you started seeing things start to slip a little bit, but still pretty good. And then season 8 kind of went down. And it ended in a way that I felt was a bit of a letdown. But overall, it's still one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Probably my all-time favorite show. I think the production design, the art design, the acting, the writing, all the way around is absolutely stellar. Now, I have a thing I need to pick up here. Don't want to forget to show you all. Oh. Anyway, Game of Thrones, folks. I have all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. It is one of the best TV shows ever produced. I don't like watching behind the scenes or like seeing how they do the special effects because I don't want the illusion of this show to be ruined for me. But I do know that, of course, a lot of it is CGI and everything, But in this set, you have this egg, which of course is a dragon, like a dragon egg. It has Game of Thrones on there. Isn't that cool? Daenerys, dragon egg. And of course, you have the season 1 in here. You have Sean Bean there as Ned Stark on the Iron Throne there. I love this series. It's so good. And then you also had the first episode of season 2 on a Blu-ray, on a separate Blu-ray here that they included in this nice set. So this was my introduction to Game of Thrones, and this is a beautiful set, and I absolutely love it. I believe this also included this little thing, Conquest and Rebellion, I think was included in that. But then I have all of the other seasons. I had the second season of Game of Thrones right here. I have season 3, the third season. So good. I love the characters. Peter Dinklage, amazing. Lena Headey is amazing. Everybody is great. The acting is top notch. The writing was top notch. I'm telling you, the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, some of the best TV that's ever been produced, period, that I've ever seen. So good. The first 5 seasons. After that, it kind of leveled off and kind of took a dip. 5th season. In fact, I was so disappointed with season 8 that I kind of checked out from Game of Thrones. But then House of Dragon came out, and I was pulled all the way back in. I loved House of Dragon. I have not picked up that season on 4K yet. I might pick it up at some point. Not in a big hurry. 6th season. This is where things kind of started to level off. Season 7, things kind of began to dip. And then season 8, I was not happy with at all. Like I just felt it was rushed. It was rushed, But I have all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. But I still, in my mind, in my opinion, probably still the best television show I've ever seen. That's still my number 1. Breaking Bad coming in at very close number 2. And then you've got shows like Better Call Saul, Bates Motel, True Detective, that first season of True Detective, great TV shows. And then, of course, all the fun shows that I remember seeing growing up, like I Love Lucy, Bewitched, The Jeffersons, Three's Company. Just seeing those shows in syndication growing up was just a treat and a delight that I love and will never forget. But let's see here. Most older shows are on DVD only. The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Do I have any British shows? I do not have any British shows, but I know there's a lot of great British TV that's out there that I need to check out. Game of Thrones. I had the 4K Steelbook set, but haven't watched them on 4K yet. Yeah. Now with Game of Thrones, I have the only season I have on 4K is season 8. The other seasons I have on Blu-ray. Okay. So seasons 1 through 7 I have on Blu-ray. Season 8 I have on 4K. Do I plan to upgrade to 4K for the other seasons of Game of Thrones? Unlikely. It is unlikely I would do that. I'm happy with what I have on Blu-ray. I do have the 8th season on 4K, and I just don't need to upgrade that series to 4K. At least I'm saying that now. Who knows? I could always change my mind. Let's see. Production value. Game of Thrones is probably the best it's ever been. Oh, yeah. I'm totally with you. Again, like I said, I don't want to see a lot of behind the scenes, where you see like this grand scene and you see the characters. And if you actually see what they did and you see the part that's real and the part that's like CGI, I don't want that illusion to be broken for me. So I try to avoid those. Let's see. Nice. Dragon Egg. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. I have only the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. Yeah. And to be honest, if you had like the first 5 seasons and you quit there and maybe just watch seasons 6, 7, and 8 on HBO, that's probably a good way to go because you have the best seasons. If you're not, big on being a completionist and you just want to have the best, just have the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, call it a day, watch the rest of the series on HBO or HBO Max or Max, whatever they're calling it now. Let's see. I'm sorry, going out of order here. Check out Cumberbatch's Sherlock. Great show. Okay. Never seen Game of Thrones. Fantasy turns me off, but a lot of people say there is more to the show. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of political intrigue, a lot of backstabbing, great characters, great dialogue, great mystery. It's just really really good. They don't play up the fantasy side of it as much in terms of magic. You don't see a ton of magic, although there is some of the magic element in there, just a little bit. And of course, you have dragons, so you do have those fantasy elements, but it's all mixed with great political intrigue and scheming, and it's just so good and so well done. I love the way what I loved about the first 5 seasons is that they gave stories time to marinate over a period of time so you could appreciate what was happening. There was mystery built up around it, and twists and turns along the way. And what they did in season 8 is they just kind of just rushed things too much. And they went totally against the grain on the way that they used to build these stories up and give these stories time to breathe. Everything was too rushed in season 8. And that's why it just didn't work for me. Or I had not met anyone that season 8 worked for. Now, if it, let me know in the comments if you're a fan of season 8. But House of the Dragon, all is forgiven. All is forgiven. I mean, I so enjoyed that. It was a good palate cleanser from season 8 and got me back into the world of Westeros. Ozarks, yeah, that's the name of the series that slipped my mind. That's another example of a series I need to see. Ozark, Yellowstone. There's so many great TV shows out there. Yeah, what 10 million per episode or something I heard? Oh wow. Hmm. Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah, it got very expensive. Don't forget The Walking Dead. The first 7 seasons, it was one of the highest rated and best shows on TV. Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing the Walking Dead. I've got to decide this holiday season and which TV shows I'm going to binge watch. Whether I'm going to finish watching The Americans, maybe I'll finish watching The Americans, maybe I'll finish watching Westworld, maybe I'll dive into finishing Better Call Saul. We shall see. I feel like season 6 of Game of Thrones is great as well, with the whole Ramsay Bolton and Sansa storyline, Battle of the Bastards, etc. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal with Game of Thrones. It's sort of relative, right? The first 5 seasons were all, if I were to put it on a number scale, they were all like 90 to 95. Like just amazing, great. A lot of the episodes, some of the episodes were like masterpiece, like 10 out of 10 episodes. But most of the time, you get like 9 out of 10, just absolute fantastic, best stuff on television. So a step down from that is not bad. It's still very good, better than most of what's out there on television. But compared to what they put out before, well, compared to the best of Game of Thrones, doesn't quite measure up. That's where season 8 is. Season 8, I would probably rate it as a solid 8, which is still very good, right? But when you compare that to, the first 5 seasons that range from a 9 to a 9.5, it kind of pales in comparison to the greatness of those other seasons. James, have you seen Squid Games? Curious. I have not, but I've heard it's very popular, and I still don't really understand what it's all about, but I know that it's a very popular show. 100%. Let's see. Ozark is great, but only on Netflix. Okay. I'll have to check that out sometime. I just joined your live chat. Have you watched Lost on Mr. Robot? I have not. Or Mr. Robot. I have not seen those. I will have to check those out sometime. Yeah. But yeah, so I really appreciate y'all seeing my TV physical media collection. I wanted to share that. Let me share with you a little bit of what I have been watching lately and what is coming up on this channel. And then we'll go ahead and call it a night and hope you have a great rest of your Sunday night and a great week ahead. I'm doing my Taste Director Series entry, Taste of Satyajit Ray films. Check this movie out from Satyajit Ray. It's called Hero. It's from 1966, and it is an amazing film. So good. I love a good train movie, and most of the action or most of the drama takes place on this train trip. This man is a film star. He's making his way on a train trip to a city to receive an award, and we learn a lot about his life and his journey on this train trip. So good. I'm doing my taste of Satyajit Ray films before the end of the month. That's coming up this coming week, and that's one of the films we'll be featuring. I saw Jaws 2 on 4K for the first time last night. A lot of fun. Good movie. Not as great as the original, but very good. And recently I saw Sisu. This movie is brutal, it is vicious, and it is amazing. So good. And this 4K is absolutely beautiful. It is a showcase of visuals. So nice. It just pops on your screen. So good. All right. I am excited about Equalizer 3 coming to theaters this coming week. I plan to go to the theaters on this Thursday to see it. And I am having a live stream coming up on this Wednesday night. I don't remember the time. I think it's 7 p.m. maybe. I'm doing a live stream celebrating Equalizer 3 coming out. But I'm going to be talking about these first two films, Equalizer and Equalizer 2, starring Denzel Washington, directed by Antoine Fuqua. I am looking forward to the third installment in this series coming out, Equalizer 3, this coming week. But let's talk about the Equalizer movies on Wednesday night. So that will be on this channel. So yeah, let me know what TV shows you have collected in your physical media library. Let me know what you are watching this week, and let me know what you're excited about that's coming out in the world of physical media. I'm going to get this last comment here. Great TV show collection, James, but yeah, it's modest, especially compared to mine. Well, very good. Well, definitely let us know in the comment section below, a movie collector. Let us know what TV shows you have in your collection and what some of your favorites are. But I really thank you all for joining tonight. Just wanted to share my physical media library of TV shows. I love a good binge watch. These are the types of TV shows that I would recommend for a binge watch over a holiday season. If you have like a week off and you have nothing else to do and you just want to pop something in the player, you want to watch an entire season of a series over a weekend, or whatever the situation may be, you want to binge watch a TV series. These are great examples, whether it's Stranger Things, True Detective, The Americans, these Criterions, Decalogue, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, I Love Lucy, Bewitched, Better Call Saul, you name it. A lot of good options out there, and you can't go wrong with any one of them. Hope you all have a great rest of the night. Hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll look to see you next time at the movies or your favorite TV show. Peace. Good night, everybody.